shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Spartans will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Michigan's offense will have the first possession of the game. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the record so well.
Taking a shot on the first play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year.
He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan State's offense will take the field for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a player like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Complete to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop him.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job.
Dude, that's a
great
linebacker right there. That is not a nickel.
Defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Way to get off, make a play.
A pickup of 1 to the 15.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there.
Pick.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Slips through the line. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now they'll try the right side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. To the ground to try to move the chains. On the move at the 30. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first down. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Well, offensive coordinators put
It's
in
touchdown.
countless hours.
Please run this route right.
Different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their
Oh, he peeled off. Quarterback.
Down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose to the goal line. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They're going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to play this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Got his man quickly. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Plows through the defense.
It's great.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run.
Where's my DB at?
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep
That's
swarming,
the
keep hitting
computer
them.
making them
Next
do.
guy,
He literally,
don't assume the
I don't
tackle's
know
going
where
to be
he's
made.
going.
The Spartans are on the move. Off the play fake on first down.
Dude, that's the computer. I'm in a cover 3. Why are they? It's not man. They're literally following all 3 receivers into the hashes.
They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 7 over Auburn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Jesus, man.
Wide out in motion.
Oh, snap.
To the air on 1st down. Coming after it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Webb.
Dude, that is a big hit. They are literally not engaged in the big
zone,
hit.
he'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that
That's a
last
pick.
possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score.
What are you doing?
Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sims. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw.
Oh, my God.
Is he lucky to get that one back? Defense that close to an interception. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First
You don't want to be great.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago.
Gotcha.
Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan
God,
State,
that was
it's the
6,
big-time
88 out the
players
gate.
and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Casey. And it is a chunk play. A
Every time I
huge
go
gain
man,
on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game.
A shot
Big
for
hit.
the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their
crap.
number. They've done
Freaking
a great job. Already built a huge lead. Now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights. It's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield with a big catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Steps away. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it from the red zone. He'll take a shot. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense and defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try the run. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have two longtime foes separated by 65 miles battling for a prize like the Paul Bunyan Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
I'm standing over there, still the line.
It's Terrell. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
That was a big hit.
And he runs through.
You can't just run past a big hit.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air.
Yeah, we sent that blitz that way.
The quarterback is snowed under.
And it's been a long play. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything there.
Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Now from inside the red zone. Floating away. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And the pummeling has started. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan Trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys that are talked about in this rivalry is inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting. Show them what's inside your chest.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give on the inside. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got a man. It's Brewer. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Third quarter holding. Boom.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20.
Screen.
He's looking downfield to throw.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got it near midfield. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Line gets set, first down. Give to the running back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Trying play action. Now rolling to the left. And that's a line behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
They feed him again. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Fires left. It's complete.
How are you
and
in
the
man?
defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man.
The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. There's a live football. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down.
Oh, my God. He was open.
To wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He
Oh my God, he
one
left
down
him.
the sideline. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
I wanted to, buddy, but I didn't know he was left handed.
Its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And they swarm him under.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight.
I can't do this.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now on comes the field goal unit.
Number 14.
And this one splits the uprights.
Glad I got that fast.
And that'll add 3 more to a lead, and it's already...
I need to put that in the, damn, that was my 6'4". I always say left right there, but.
And that lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession. That's going to be important from here on in.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass, it's Meadows. He makes the connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. And trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. He'll just keep slinging it. Dumps it to the
That was my fault.
working that left side now.
What
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sparty. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. New Mexico State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 29 to Kennesaw State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Meadows. Unloads to the right.
Get the ball, man. Get under it.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
Well, give the defense. Because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get the first through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side.
Time.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
That's my fault. I went too far off over.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of...
What's that? Two losses. Everybody got 2 losses. Like guarantees, maybe.